There's coffee over there.
I can help anybody with coffee if they want to let me know what they want.
Does anybody want any coffee or, yeah, you can see Betty right here, she'll help you with that. There's popcorn over here, and if you need to use the washroom, it's over there.
Would you like that?
We're gonna get started in 1 minute, so quick, chop chop. Hey, come on in.
Hello.
This is our phone number, our address. Cody's cards are around somewhere. If you need anything, have any questions or whatever, you can give us a call anytime. So the way that our structure works is Winnipeg BTC sponsors the CryptoNutz group. So we pay for chocolate bars and popcorn and handouts and stuff like that. And the CryptoNutz group is a not-for-profit group. Your $5 to get in just covers our cost. What else do I need to tell you? Oh, what's gonna go up? I wish I knew that. Dot, I hope.
There's the crystal ball there.
Yeah. So this meeting that we're having tonight is our NewBie Tuesday night. So we hold this the first Tuesday of every month. And then we have another meeting on the third Thursday of the month. It's more of an intermediate level meeting. We have different topics each meeting. So the last meeting we had how the Exodus wallet integrates with Trezor. And the next meeting is on mining? Mining, thank you, Ron. It's on mining. So we're gonna have some miners set up for you to see. We'll go through the pool that you can go into. Is anybody here a miner?
I'm over 18.
Okay. Okay, so this is BNuts. He's our logo for CryptoNutz. He's all about peace and love and all that fun stuff, but he's also about cryptocurrency. And do you see how bloodshot he is? That's because he reads so much on the internet about cryptocurrency.
With what in his hand?
Yeah. All right. We have t-shirts for sale. Oh, he moved them. Okay, so all our merch is over here. So we have socks, we have eye pillows, we have hoodies and t-shirts and stickers and ball caps and keychains, everything that you need over there. It's all crypto related. And because you're CryptoNutz members, because you're here, you get 10% off. There's a price list over there.
And don't forget the CryptoNutz group makes money by selling that stuff too.
Yes, we do, so we can do other stuff. So what we're looking at doing with our CryptoNutz fund is this fall, we're hoping to have CoinFest. So what we'll do is we'll have some presentations and we'll have some booths set up over at the other store. So we're looking at getting, is anybody familiar with Bitcoin Ben?
No.
Yeah? So Bitcoin Ben has been in contact with us and it looks like, no, he's gonna zoom in.
Who is Bitcoin Ben?
He's a trucker from the States. He's super into crypto. He's, when he's fueling up, he sits with his coffee and he shoots his mouth off about crypto. It's quite funny.
Well,
yeah? Okay.
let's just say he's colorful.
He is colorful, that is for sure. Yes. And we're gonna have a panel of experts and you can ask your questions, all that kind of stuff. So that's coming up in the fall. We're also, is anybody familiar with the High Neighbor Festival?
Yeah.
Transcona High Neighbor Festival? Yeah, so we're hoping to have a booth in there. So some fun stuff coming up. Okay. Oh, there's a suggestion box in the bathroom. If anybody wants to make a suggestion, good, bad, or ugly. You can find us on Facebook. It's just Winnipeg BTC. Our CryptoNutz page and our Winnipeg BTC page. We're also on Discord.
And there's a Telegram group too.
There is a Telegram group. You just made that, didn't you?
Last time.
Yeah. And we're on Twitter, LinkedIn, all that stuff.
Oh, for me? No.
Oh, sorry, do you want another one?
No. That's good.
All right. So before we start, does anybody have any questions that they need to know right this instant, other than what's going up? It's a very good question. Okay, no questions? All right, so what are we gonna look at tonight? So we're gonna look at what is fiat, what is Bitcoin, what's the blockchain. If you take anything away from tonight, you wanna know what is a wallet and which wallet is right for me. That's the most important thing in cryptocurrency. How can I get Bitcoin? How can I spend it? Some jargon. We'll touch a little bit on mining and some passive income, and then we'll talk about some scams. So, and every time that you contribute, I will throw you a chocolate bar. You guys are just so energetic. Wow.
We got us after dinner, so we got the after dinner snippets.
So, you're energetic?
I'm excited because
Ready? Sure. Okay. So, what is fiat? Fiat is the cash that you have in your pocket. So your Canadian dollars, your US dollars, wherever you're from, that currency is fiat.
Not the rules.
So, pardon me. So who keeps track of fiat? So in order to work within our society, you have to have some kind of a bank account. So the banks basically keep control or keep tabs of who has what. Then those banks, they report to the Bank of Canada. Bank of Canada says, okay, Kiva has this much, Linda has this much, Betty has this much. And everybody has to trust that computer because that's the way it is. And we all know that the banks never make mistakes, so it's always right.
Yeah, ours has never made any mistakes.
Yes. So, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency and worldwide payment system. It is the first decentralized digital currency. So what that means is instead of having one computer or one entity look after what your value of your holdings are, there's millions and millions of computers around the world that hold on to the ledger that tracks the transactions in cryptocurrency. So if say you're dealing in Bitcoin and Eddie has 100 and Cody has 2 and Bert has 3, it's all gonna show up on this ledger. It's called a blockchain. And that's where everything is stored, and that's how everybody's tally is kept. It can't be hacked, and it's got duplicate, triplicate, millions of checks going on, so it's not wrong. Bitcoin was invented by a person or a group of people known as Satoshi Nakamoto. Nobody knows if Satoshi is alive or dead or group of people or a person. Sorry?
Or the CIA.
Or the CIA, that's true. Satoshi released open source software in 2009. And that's really important, the open source part of this. So what that means is everybody has access to that software. So, for instance, Bitcoin has split into Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin. So they both use the same blockchain, they just have different protocols on it. Does that make sense?
New blockchains, different blockchains.
New blockchain, different blockchain, yes.
Split from the original.
Do you want to talk large?
You bet. Dessert.
Okay. So the first coins that were created, they were mined, which I will talk about in a couple minutes. They're called the Genesis coins. Now, in order for anybody to prove that they are Satoshi, that they created Bitcoin, they have to access these Genesis coins. To date, no one has done that. There's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin ever created. As of last summer, we were at 18.5 million. So we only have a couple million.
19 million last week.
Oh, as of last week? Oh, nice.
19 million.
So 19 million, awesome. So we only have 2 million left. So it sounds like, we've gone through a lot and everything, but the last coins won't be mined until 2140. So we'll be long dead before Bitcoin ever runs out. But in saying that, the reason why Bitcoin is worth so much or has so much value is because of the scarcity. 21 million, and how many people in the world?
6
Like
billion.
a zillion? So if you have one Bitcoin, like, how cool is that? Right? Okay, so some things that you need to know about cryptocurrency before you start working in it. It's irreversible. So once you send your cryptocurrency, you cannot get it back. So if I'm supposed to send my cryptocurrency to Sam, but I accidentally send it to Derek, too bad, so sad. Derek's like, woohoo, free crypto.
I'm honest, I sent it back.
Would you? Oh, you're a nice guy, thank you. You want a chocolate bar? Okay, it's pseudo-anonymous. So the way that this works is if you're buying or selling your cryptocurrency in a public forum, which means on an exchange, that exchange has to report to the government if they're asked for the information. So if you're buying or selling on an exchange, you're called it's called being green lighted. And what that means is that address that you have, that you're using on the exchange, is tied to your name. So the government will know how much cryptocurrency you have. So it's not completely anonymous. The other way that it's not anonymous is to buy and sell cryptocurrency, you use a wallet, and in that wallet there's an address. It's kind of like using an email program. So it's kind of anonymous, but not really anonymous. Does that make sense? Wow, you guys are just so interactive. Holy smokes.
Unless you pass it through as privacy code.
Yes. So there are ways around this privacy thing, this pseudo-anonymous thing that we're talking about. It's kind of a little bit more advanced to do that. So for now, we'll just say it's kind of anonymous. There are ways of getting around that. You can buy under $9,980 through a machine and nobody knows anything. It's just your phone number, gets reported to us, and we don't do anything with them.
Did you see that Coinbase now is requiring you to say who you're sending your crypto to?
Really?
It's a new requirement.
You know what? I just set up a new blockchain wallet, and I had to verify my ID just for getting a wallet.
What wallet?
For getting a wallet.
Which wallet?
Blockchain.
Blockchain.
It's not one we recommend anymore, by the way.
Yeah,
Plus
I
the-
had some stuff on it, so yeah. So we'll have to wake you guys up here with some chocolate.
Little caffeine will get you going.
Get some caffeine going. Kiva?
It's okay.
Popcorn, that's really good popcorn, by the way.
Okay. So it's fast and it's global. So what that means is if I want to send cryptocurrency to someone in this room, or if I wanna send it to my aunt in Ontario, or if I wanna send it to someone in El Salvador. It doesn't matter. Wherever they are, it takes the same amount of time and it's the same process. Secure. So cryptocurrency, when you're holding it in your wallet, you have a public key and a private key. And as long as you keep your private key private, your cryptocurrency is secure. It's permissionless. So you don't have to ask anybody, there's no limit. Like, you know, when you use your bank card, if you spend over, what is it, $1,000 or something, then your bank will say, nope, you have to phone and get us to increase your limit on your card. Has that ever happened to anybody?
Yeah.
Happened to me all the time. Oh, it's frustrating. But anyway, with cryptocurrency, you don't have to ask for permission. You just do whatever you want with it. I was like, oh my God.
No, you're freaking.
Like, it's my money. Like, it's not really my money, but it's my credit. Like, what business is it of yours what I'm buying? I mean, I was buying a super nice bike, so it wasn't that, but I was buying a Monster 696. Anybody familiar?
No.
Oh, it was super
Ducati.
Yeah, Ducati. Yeah, the super fast crotch rocket. Nice. Anyway. But anyway, if I had that in crypto, I wouldn't have to ask permission. I would just do it. And I wouldn't have to, you know, I felt like I had to justify what I was buying. It was like, it's just a toy. Like, it's not your business. But anyway, cryptocurrency, I didn't have to do that. So, who keeps track of Bitcoin? So we kind of talked about this. Ready, Linda? Okay. So the ledger or the blockchain, you can kind of think of it as, you know, when you used to balance your checkbook and you used to do, you know, to write a check to Cody for $2, received from Linda $5, and you would have all your balance in there. That's kind of what the blockchain is like. It keeps track of all the transactions. It does other things as well. It gets a little complex, so we'll just leave it at it does transactions. So thousands of people have a copy of this ledger around the world, and anybody can download it. So if you want to watch your transaction get approved, get confirmed, you can download the blockchain and you can actually see the confirmations coming through and see your transaction being approved. Okay. So instead of accounts, money is transferred between addresses, which we kind of touched on. So anybody have any questions so far?
We're all newbies.
Got a chocolate bar, newbie.
Okay, so I just met with this guy. He's from El Salvador. Well, he's not from El Salvador. He's from, is he from El Salvador?
Yes.
Okay, anyway, so he was super interested in Bitcoin because it's the currency of his country. And when he was in El Salvador, he was one of the people that got a wallet and got $30 of free Bitcoin. Did anybody hear about this? This is a few years ago now, but yeah, it was kind of cool, right? So over the years, he's watched his $30 grow and then dump, and then grow and then dump. But it's never dumped below his $30, right? So now he's like, wow, what if I put more in? What's gonna happen? So he's super pumped about Bitcoin because the economy in El Salvador is gone to shit, basically, and their money isn't worth anything. So it helps people, helps the non-banked. Sometimes it's hard for people to get a bank account. I know most people do, but if you don't have a steady job and you get a check and you try and cash that check, it's hard, it's almost impossible. Has anybody had experienced that? No?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? You're gonna eat all more chocolate bars or
Coffee crisp.
coffee crisp, that's your favorite? Okay, I have to keep the Twix for me because I like the Twix. Okay, so anybody familiar with what happened in Venezuela?
Yeah, the money went.
Their money is worth, again, shit. Worth less than shit. So if you look at pictures in Venezuela, their money is actually on the street, like trash. So what are they using now? Bitcoin. Yep.
And it works.
And it works. So, although, I mean, it's very sad, and I don't like to use the crappy things that happen in other countries to boost Bitcoin. Okay.
This country's heading in that direction too. US is heading in that direction.
Yes, actually, both US and Canada, the government is looking at making a cryptocurrency. In my opinion, I think that the cryptocurrency that the Canadian government is going to make is going to be just like our fiat money, but digital.
I meant inflation is going.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Do you understand in cases like Venezuela where they're using a pricing mechanism of Bitcoin, as Bitcoin fluctuates in price relative to the US dollar, are they adjusting, like is that massively inflationary or deflationary because they change the prices based on US dollars, or is it actually paying 0.5 Bitcoin for this car?
So, Bitcoin is not based on it's not based on US dollars or Canadian dollars or anything. It's on its own. It has its own price.
But if I want to buy a car in Venezuela right now, that's half a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
What they charge, and now Bitcoin goes up to 80,000 US.
Yeah.
It's still half a Bitcoin, or do they adjust the price?
No, they adjust the price.
They do. So the
Yes.
pricing is still US dollars based.
Yes.
Converting to Bitcoin.
So, cryptocurrency as a whole is in its infancy. So there's 4 stages that a currency has to go to actually become a currency. So the first one is it has to be collectible. So way back when they collected shells, right, that was what they used. They collected all these shells, and then they figured out, oh, these shells, they have a value. Like I can trade these shells for that bottle, or I can trade these shells for that hat. And then they figured, well, I just save all these shells and it's worth something. And then they can say, well, this chair is worth 50 shells. Once they get to that point that you can actually have a unit of measurement in that currency, then it is actually a currency. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. So cryptocurrency is so not at that point right now. Right now, everybody is just collecting it. It's called hodling. Anybody heard of that? Hodling? H-O-D-L? Somebody made a typo and it was supposed to be hold and it's now hodl and it's stuff. But anyway.
I thought it was an acronym for hold on to dear life.
It has, I've heard that as well. But, oh, yes. Not a Turks one though, that's my favorite. Eddie, did you get one already?
I got one, thank you.
Okay. Now what was I doing? Oh yeah, so once there's a unit of, like once you can say, okay, this chocolate bar is 0.02 of a Bitcoin, until that point comes, it's not a true currency. Does that make sense? Right? So right now, when people say this chocolate bar is worth 0.1 of a Bitcoin, they actually recalculate that into how much Canadian dollars it is. At some point though, it will be measured in Bitcoin. So our fiat, our Canadian dollars, as time goes on, it's worth less and less and less. With Bitcoin, as time goes on, it's worth more and more and more. Just because of the scarcity.
Right.
Like they're printing money all the time. So whenever they print money, it makes the money in your pockets worth less. Does that make sense? Okay.
But if you sell your Bitcoin tomorrow, when Bitcoin has gone up,
You'll
you'll get more than $100 back.
Yes.
Whereas Kevin, and then Kevin likes to say, but you'll have less Bitcoin.
Does that make sense, Kiva? Are you okay with that?
Oh, it's fine.
We'll go into detail.
Okay, yeah.
Good question for her.
Kiva?
Oh, that's my favorite.
I still have a couple. Okay. So is everybody okay with that? Inflationary, deflationary? We're all good?
Revolutionary.
Revolutionary, yes. This winter, we had someone come in, they sold their house, they sold their car, they quit their job, put everything in Bitcoin, and went to Bitcoin Beach in El Salvador. In El Salvador, they're trying to make Bitcoin City. So everything in the city is, you use Bitcoin for. So you're buying your groceries, buying your coffee, buying your gas, everything is Bitcoin.
And it costs you 1 Bitcoin to become a citizen there.
Yes.
Yes.
Does it cost you that, or you have to have a Bitcoin?
Yeah,
Yeah. Give it to them, or?
you give it to them.
You give
And
it to
then, and then you're not a citizen and another passport.
So that's, I guess I should listen.
Should I wake you up with a chocolate bar?
Yes, yes.
Oh, sorry, Eddie.
Chocolate bar.
Take it back.
Okay, here we are. So why is Bitcoin so revolutionary? Does anybody remember any currency coming into our in our lifetime? Have we ever had a new currency?
The euro.
The euro?
Oh,
Yeah. Was that new or was that a combination?
That was new.
Sam, are you awake over there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you ever see Michael Saylor, he's a Bitcoin guru. He says that this evolution of a currency, the way that Bitcoin is working in our society, this is the first time that it's ever happened. He did say that although the euro is new, it wasn't, like the idea wasn't new, it was still a currency like the same as any other fiat.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So, cryptocurrency is brand spanking new. So it's gonna take a while for our society to understand it, to embrace it, and to use it.
And now, when you said that countries are wanting to go into a digital currency.
Yes.
I read that.
Yeah.
Biden wanted to create a digital currency, but he's against cryptocurrency. I'm like, what's the difference? But it will be exactly the same as a fiat, only
digital.
Only digital.
Yeah.
But it'll be worse. Because
Well, because then
every
they can
single
track
transaction,
everything.
every single thing you do will be tracked. And,
Yeah.
if they decide they don't want you buying gas more than 5 miles from home, you can't buy fuel. If you say something bad on the internet, oh geez, you think turn off your money. If you've had too much pizza in the last week, they'll say no more pizza for you. You turn off your money. So the whole idea of the digital currency is to be able to control everything.
Oh my
It's
word.
not a free money like dollars are. This is prison money.
Which exchange are you dealing with?
Right.
Kraken, okay. So if Kraken ever gets hacked, you can lose your Bitcoin. Because really, with keeping your Bitcoin on an exchange like that, you don't really own your Bitcoin. It's Kraken that owns it, and you're accepting their promise to pay you. So, cryptocurrency is considered a commodity, so it's capital gains, so you would pay 50% of, and that only happens when you change it from cryptocurrency to fiat. So you can change between cryptocurrencies as long as you don't go to fiat. Once you go to fiat, then you have to claim.
It becomes taxable.
Yeah. If you go on the CRA website, they do have a page about it. It's not very detailed, but it does kind of give you a little bit of an idea of what happens. Okay.
Stacy,
When
yes.
you buy your Lexus, you're gonna have to claim it.
well, yeah, that's kind of what it is. If you've got lots of crypto and you're buying something with the crypto, then that, I guess you're exchanging that for, you're not exchanging it for cash, but you're exchanging it for a cash equivalent.
It depends, like, if you're,
Like a
say like, if you came to me and you wanted to buy this shirt and you wanted to pay crypto for it,
Yeah.
it would go from your wallet to my wallet. It would not go into fiat at all. So then, once I take that and change it into fiat, then I have to claim that. You don't have to.
So you could potentially buy a car if the car, if crypto.
If they will take,
If crypto is accepted,
right,
and then it doesn't, it just goes crypto to crypto.
right,
So you'd be buying a Tesla.
yes. Actually, Tesla will only take the deposit
Oh,
in crypto. They just started doing that again.
What about the crypto.com wallet? Like the
That's
card,
definitely green lighted, yes.
Like for any transaction,
so you got it.
It's a credit card?
Yeah.
so don't use $500 to buy a Lambo.
No, not a good idea. Unless you wanna claim it, right? Okay,
So let me ask you.
Yep.
I paid my disc for some work.
Yep.
Okay, right click again, don't convert it to cash.
You paid him in crypto, so your wallet to his wallet, then no. You don't have to do anything because it never hit fiat at all. Once now, when he changes that into fiat, then he has to claim. Yeah. Make sense? It's
So
pretty good,
more
right?
people need to start accepting Bitcoin and.
So, yes,
I think what we have to do is, all of us in the room, because we're all crypto people now, everywhere we go, every time you spend money, in the convenience store, grocery store, ask the question,
Do you
you guys
ask-
take crypto?
Yeah.
Oh, when
Yeah.
are you gonna be taking crypto? And just
Yeah.
keep putting it in people's heads, and if they have enough people asking, maybe they'll eventually go to crypto, you could pay
we
like
actually
groceries.
just put a machine into a store in Winkler. And on his door, it says, we will accept Bitcoin and Ethereum. And he's been open for over a year, and he hasn't had anybody even ask what that is. So if you ask when you go, you know, like whenever we set up a machine, we always say to people, are you interested in a POS system that accepts cryptocurrency?
Oh, you do those too?
We do, yes, but not, well, we haven't had any takers yet, so.
No, but they exist and you do sell them.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Derek, did you get one yet?
Yes, I did.
Did you? Carly, did you get one? You ready? Okay, awesome. Okay, sorry, I kind of get off track here.
Is it not working?
Yes, oh, no, it's not working.
Stand by, here it goes.
Yeah, I did.
There you go.
Oh, did it work? Oh, here we go, yay! Okay, so this is the most important thing tonight, is wallets. Okay? Does anybody have a wallet? Oh, look at you guys! Woohoo! Okay.
Get one tonight.
So, a Bitcoin wallet is an application to access the blockchain to send and receive Bitcoin, store your Bitcoin, and monitor your Bitcoin balances. Just like you need an email program to manage your emails, you need a Bitcoin wallet to manage your Bitcoin. So what defines a wallet is where your private key is stored.
That's one thing I had to get my head around, is when you think wallet, it contains my money, there's my money. But in the crypto world, your money is actually on the blockchain
On the
all over
blockchain.
the world. But all it contains is effectively your addresses, your key.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so when you download a wallet, we recommend the Trust wallet. We haven't had any issues with it. It seems to be pretty stable. It hasn't gone down at all. I've been using my Trust wallet now for 4 years.
And it got bought out by Binance.
And it what?
It got bought out by Binance
Is that just recent?
about a year ago.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing because they keep it very current.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh my goodness.
You're doing well.
Here today.
Okay.
Yes.
So, when you download your wallet, you get it from the App Store, or if you're on Android, Google Play. Is that what it's called? So, when you download your wallet, it'll say, do you want to back up your wallet? Say yes. When you back up your wallet, it'll give you, most wallets are 12 random words. That is your word seed. You absolutely have to write this down and you have to keep it private. This is what controls your Bitcoin. Okay? So my backup, I keep in the safe. You can keep in your safety deposit box. You can send it to your lawyer. Whatever you think is safe. But that controls your wallet. So if you break your phone, if you drop it in the toilet, if you do whatever you need to do with your phone, and you think, oh no, my Bitcoin's gone. As soon as you get a new phone, you can download that wallet, enter in your word seed, and your wallet will repopulate. Okay? So super, super, super important.
I just did that.
Kiva can attest. Yes. You ready for another one?
How does it feel?
I had the Trust Wallet on my phone. My phone got stolen. And I restored it using my CD.
Wow.
So how did you feel when it all came back?
Yeah. Yeah. So if she hadn't have had her word seed, anything she had was gone. Gone. Forever and ever and ever gone. So very, very important. So there's lots of different types of wallets out there. There's full node and light node wallets. What that means is if you have a full node wallet, that means you have the entire blockchain on your wallet. Now you can imagine that it's like freaking massive, so it takes up a lot of space. So most people don't do that. A light node wallet just has a portion of the blockchain on there. A hot wallet is anything connected to the internet. So if you have it on your laptop, your phone, the exchange, your desktop, anything like that, it's connected to the internet, it's a hot wallet. If you want to completely safeguard your cryptocurrency, you want to put it in cold storage. Now there's a paper wallet, which it is secure. However, if you lose that piece of paper, you're SOL. It's just gone. You cannot get it back. There's no way of getting it back. You can get a hardware wallet. And what that is, it's a separate little device. Kind of looks like a USB stick. So there's a whole bunch of different ones. The ones that we recommend is called a Trezor, Trezor. And it is air gapped from the internet, so you can't get hacked. It's the safest way to hold your cryptocurrency. Now, the way that I do things, because I work with cryptocurrency every day, I have a mobile wallet on my phone, which I keep anywhere between, like about $1,000. My phone is worth about $1,000, so that's what I keep on here. Wallet. Yeah. And then anything over and above that, I put on my Trezor. This is what the Trezor looks like. It's like literally just a little, this is like the latest, greatest model that just came out. Yes, there's a Ledger Nano. We also carry that one. It's a little smaller.
It's the X and the S.
So this one is the S, Model S. And this one is the Model X. The X is the newest one. S is kind of an older one.
That looks just like a USB stick.
Doesn't it? And then it just opens up. Like that's all there is to it. So it wasn't actually Trezor that got hacked. Like it wasn't the actual device.
The individuals got hacked.
Sorry?
It was
The
a
individuals got hacked. They
it was a social
voluntarily provided their information.
Yes,
to,
yes,
website.
yes. But
the hardware device.
the hardware device itself wasn't hacked. It was the people that,
The people were hacked.
yes,
It was a
Yes.
social hack, which most hacking nowadays is done through a social hack.
Social hack.
Yeah. Yeah, but thank you for clarifying that.
That's fine.
So, and then there's one more type of wallet, it's a multi-sig wallet. And what that is say we're a group, it's kind of like when you have a bank account and you need 2 signatures or 3 signatures to take out, it's like that. Okay, so what wallet is right for me? So there's, like I said, there's a bazillion different wallets out there. So how many Bitcoin will I be storing? I mean, anything over what the value of your phone is, to me, That's a lot, and you should be putting it into cold storage. That's just my opinion. Some people keep all their money, all their value on their phone. I would be a little nervous doing that, but
The way I think of it is, if you're actively trading or moving something around day to day or week to week, you keep a certain amount on whatever wallet it is, and you can keep the rest that you're holding on to in a hardware wallet.
Yeah.
If
That's
you're moving
exactly.
around,
yeah. So for instance, for you, when you're trading on Kraken, you put on there what you're trading, what you're doing with, but you keep the bulk of it on your Trezor, so nothing can happen to it. That's basically how I would do it. How frequently do I use my wallet? Not that the Trezor is hard to use or anything, it's very simple to use. It's just a pain in the butt to carry it around with you everywhere you go. You have to plug it into your laptop or your desktop or whatever. So sometimes just for convenience sake, it's easier just to have a hot wallet. Can I afford to pay for a hardware wallet? The expensive one that I just showed you, the Trezor, that's $450, Cody?
400.
400. So the original Trezor is 200. The Model T is 450. The Ledger S, the little one, is 120. The Ledger X, the bigger one, is 300. And then if you want us to help you set it up, it's $80. The Ledger, if you're not tech savvy, I would get somebody to help you. If you're super tech savvy, then I would go with the Ledger. If you're not, then I would go with the Trezor. I can't even open up a Ledger. I go with the Trezor. I'm not very technical, so. The hardware wallets, yes.
The trust one that you talked about is free.
The one that's on your phone, like the hot wallet, it's free. But it's a hot wallet, it's connected to the internet, so it can be hacked, okay? Do I need to carry the wallet around with me? Do I need to share the wallet with someone else? Am I tech savvy? How much do I value my privacy? And do I trust myself enough to safeguard my own wallet, or do I need a third party? Okay, so what did one dinner plate say to the other dinner plate? Dinner's on me.
It should be fine now.
Okay. Good thing this happened really fast, right? Oh.
Yes.
You've heard all my jokes, Norm. Okay. All right. So this is what the logo for the Trust Wallet looks like if you wanted to download it from the App Store or whatever. This is the blockchain wallet. That's the one that I just uploaded. I've had some issues with it, so maybe hold off on doing that one for now.
Exodus is a very good.
Exodus is very good. If you plan on getting a Trezor, the Exodus wallet and the Trezor work well together. They integrate. You don't even need to have your Trezor with you in order to use it with the Exodus wallet. Okay,
You mentioned blockchain wallet and Trezor, it's the same thing, right?
No, blockchain wallet is a hot wallet.
Okay.
It's connected to the internet, it's just an app. Trezor is the hardware wallet, the little device. Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
you guys look like you need one. Oh, whoa, Dad saved. Okay,
Can I point
so,
Pretty tech savvy.
something out that when I got my Trezor, there's some coins that it wouldn't support like thing, that's why I had to put it on the trust.
yes.
Like you talk about like the limitations of what coins you can use.
So each hardware wallet holds different coins. So if you get the original Trezor, for instance, it doesn't hold Cardano. Did we figure out does it hold XRP?
What?
The original Trezor?
No.
No.
The Model T does.
So if you want to hold XRP or Cardano, you have to go to the Model T.
Or the Ledger.
Or the Ledger. So depending on what you're holding, I would look up like on the Trezor site or on the Ledger site and see if what you're holding is actually compatible with the wallet that you're wanting to buy. If you come into the store, we can do that for you, it's not a big deal, okay?
So you can solve.
You should still be informed, yes. Okay, so how do I get Bitcoin? So there's only 4 different ways of getting Bitcoin. You buy them from an exchange. So someplace like Kraken, Binance,
Coinbase.
sorry?
Coinbase.
Coinbase, ShakePay,
How do you get your money there?
how do you get your money onto the exchange?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
That's beside the point, we
No,
can't get our money onto the exchanges anyway.
Yeah, well, there's always that, but you can always come and see us. You know,
That's what I
that's,
was getting at.
Stacy, that's a great plug for our crypto desk.
There you go, over-the-counter transactions, you can come and see us.
Buy from a BTM there.
Yes, you can buy
That is
from,
also,
so buy from an exchange, just so you know you're green lighted, right? That's the first thing. But on an exchange, you can, if anybody's into trading, if you go to BitMEX, you can trade with Play Money, just until you kind of get a hang of what you're doing. You can buy from a BTM.
Or from an over-the-counter store.
So BTM, we have one right over here. There's several in the city. We have paper here on the table. Shows all the different locations that we have. Or you can just give us a shout and we'll let you know which one's the closest to you. You can buy from a person. So when Kevin and I first got into Bitcoin, we looked on Kijiji and we found an ad for this guy that was selling Bitcoin. And we were like, okay. So we call him up and we're like, hey, buddy, wanna buy some Bitcoin? He's like, okay, meet me at Tim Hortons, bring cash. We were like, shit, what are we doing? So, but we end up going to Tim Hortons with our cash and we're thinking, oh, it's a public place, we're okay, right? So we ended up, the guy was really good. He's one of our dear friends now, thank God, but I wouldn't suggest that. It's a little on the dangerous side. But you can buy from a person. And the other way that you can get them is to mine them.
I've got a question, how did you get it from them then? Did you have a wallet already, were you?
So it takes roughly about 10 minutes to get your confirmation once somebody has sent you Bitcoin. So once you get, normally they say 3 confirmations and you're good to go. You can buy up to 9,980, but in saying that, once you go over that, then you're into like a large, we have to report it to FinTrack.
Well, the machines won't take more than that.
It won't take more than that. So, and if you come through us and you're doing more than 9,980, we have to send a form into FinTrack. So when you sell your house, come see us.
I like my backyard, not happening.
Anybody else have any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you have your money on an exchange in the US, doesn't it?
When you have your money where?
On an exchange.
Yeah. Okay.
You can get Canadian government know
Yes,
how much you got and how much you sold and all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Because in order to be able to sell in Canada, they have to agree to provide that information. Okay. Otherwise, they can't sell to Canadians.
So you get the El Salvador citizenship, you take a winter holiday, and you do your transactions down there.
Yep, that works.
So, just so you guys know, right now, when you're buying cryptocurrency, there's no tax on it, there's no nothing, you just buy it. Now, there are regulations that are coming out, so they've been saying that for at least a year now, so I'm sure that it's getting there.
Well, India introduced a 1% fee on all purchases of crypto.
Is that just recent?
Yes.
Yeah. Did everybody hear that?
I think they just announced today a 50% increase in the tax rate also. Just 2 days ago or something.
That 1%, they take that at time of purchase.
So it's a 1.5% now.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's something to keep in mind if you plan on getting into crypto. Now is a good time. I mean, any time is a good time, but now at least it's tax-free right now.
But we do not give financial advice in any way, shape, or
No,
form.
this is educational purposes only.
You have to say that.
Okay, so places that accept Bitcoin. So obviously Winnipeg BTC. Most of these places are online. There is Santa Lucia over on St. Mary's. They accept Bitcoin. And there's the guy in Winkler that'll fix your phone and he'll take cryptocurrency. Most places are online, but like Brock said, whenever you go anywhere, if you say, hey, will you accept cryptocurrency, it plants that seed, right? For future.
Yeah, my dentist is next.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dentist.
Wait, do you mind me asking what dentist? Because I would go to that dentist.
Supi Lute, East Kildonan family. Medicine.
Thank you. I might go there.
I'll send you some.
Thank you.
Can you put it up there on the list? Or no,
I'll put it on there, yeah.
No, I got 2 bridges, and mirrors. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's quite pleased.
Good. So these are BTM locations. You pay cash, you put cash in, and it sends you the Bitcoin.
But if you have an ongoing need to take cryptocurrency, we do that through Winnipeg BTC as well. We'll help set you up, and then you can decide, okay, well, of all my crypto transactions for this month, I want to keep 20% in crypto, and I want you to pay us out 80%. We can do that for you as well.
And you also have to decide what crypto you want to take. You might be okay taking Bitcoin, but do you want to take Wolverine coin?
No.
I wouldn't, but it's an option, right?
Yeah.
With trading money, fiat currency, you have a spot price, and this is the actual price. But when I go to the bank and I want to get US dollars, they charge me 2% more. When I take my US dollars and exchange it, they charge me to give me 2% less. There's
Right.
a 4% spread.
Yes.
With using bank machines, do I get the actual spot price of Bitcoin at that moment? Or is
No,
there-
Nobody gets spot price.
Okay.
Like
No.
spot price, all that spot price means, for those of you that don't understand how it works, spot price just means the last price that the crypto was sold for. It doesn't mean it's selling for that price right now. It just means that's the last price that it's sold for. And then you've got to take into consideration things like the difference between US and Canadian dollars, like you just mentioned. So if you want to look at something that has a true representation of Canadian prices on crypto, you got to look at something like CBIX, which is CBIX.ca. That gets you the aggregated prices of all the Bitcoin prices for Canadian exchanges. Through Winnipeg BTC, I know I'm plugging this hard, but through Winnipeg BTC, we can do a lot of trading pairs that would cost you a fortune to get normally. We've got, I don't know how many now, like about 30 or 40 cryptos that we can do directly to Canadian. So you don't have to convert to US first and then to Canadian. So yeah, you got to really watch that one. That's a good point. A lot of people get confused by that, and it ends up costing them so much more than they thought it should.
A lot of people also make their money on arbitrage, from buying and selling on that spread. So we'll have a lot of crypto people make money doing that. Anybody have any questions?
Bitcoin for El Salvador passport, just let me know.
Harvey, just to kind of confirm when I said 14 to 28%, the way that I look at it is when you go through the machine, you're paying for the convenience. It's like going to 7-Eleven, you pay more, right? When you come into Winnipeg BTC and you're doing over-the-counter transactions, it's like going to No Frills. No, that's not a good idea.
Not Frills.
Like Safeway,
So
right? So you'll get a lower rate, but you have to spend more. Make sense? Okay, good. Okay, so the kind of hierarchy, I guess you could say, is there's Bitcoin, and that's like, Bitcoin, right? And then there's all these other coins, they're called altcoins. Or the technical term is shitcoins. So, other than Bitcoin, everything else is a shitcoin, and it's just depending on how shitty is the shitcoin, right? So, Ethereum, for instance,
It's pretty good.
it's awesome. So it would be on the higher end of the shitty list.
It's an altcoin.
Right. But say,
Bunny's my favorite.
Shiba.
Not cheap.
Bunny.
Oh, Shiba's awesome.
Bunny coin.
Shiba Army rules.
Bunny coin is a crappy, don't ever invest in Bunny coin. That would be on the lower end of the altcoin or the shitcoin list, or however you want to say it. So these are just some examples of what altcoins we have, but there's thousands and thousands of them. If you have some kind of charity or something that you believe in, there is a coin for it. So recently, I think last year, one that came out is called Wave, W-A-I-V. And what they do is they stockpile for natural disasters so they can help other countries. What else is there? Okay, so XRP, not my favorite coin. XRP is centralized. So, oh, sorry. I can't really go into, okay, so I'll just.
No, I meant we haven't taken a break.
Oh, we haven't taken a break. Does anybody need a break? I'm just like,
Pee break.
Anybody need a pee break?
Yeah, let's have a little.
Okay, we'll go for a 5-minute pee break. I still got lots to cover. Top, people.
Who's the artist for Peanuts?
The original one, this one up here, that was me. And this one here, the deformed one, is Kevin.
The deformed one. I love how she added that little describing aspect.
Anybody have any questions? You guys soaked all that in, and you know everything.
Are there any financial institutions that are crypto friendly?
Actually.
No.
Oh.
I think somebody's going to give a different answer.
Actually.
You are, I know that.
Yes.
You're the best.
Yes, we are, thank you. So SunNova does advertise that they are crypto friendly.
Credit unions are better than banks.
So I don't know if everybody heard that question, but it was, is there any banks out there that are crypto friendly? Now, I switched over to RBC. I asked them if they were crypto friendly. They told me if I did any crypto transactions that they would totally close everything that I have there.
Wow.
So, if you find a bank that is crypto friendly, let us know. We'll be happy to move there.
The short answer is no. And in Canada, any bank can cancel any account without cause or without reason. Now, that can cause people a lot of distress, a lot of financial distress. So what we recommend to clients is do not do any crypto transactions on bank accounts that have important things for you. Go set up a new bank account with a credit union and do your crypto transactions through that.
So it's totally separate, so if they do close you down,
you don't
lose your main account. That's all.
So the war is already on.
The war has been on for years.
Yeah, it's just getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, maybe legislation is coming. When legislation comes, it'll be a good thing. The banks will be more confident to deal in crypto. That's coming probably within the year.
So I'm not trying to scare you in any way. That wasn't my whole purpose of that.
Well, that's a good idea, though.
But it was just to let you know that what can happen and what is happening in Canada right now. You have to keep in mind that we do a lot of volume. So maybe if you're, if you're doing it once a month or something, maybe they don't catch on. But okay, so jargon. Normally, if you're talking to a crypto person and they say something kind of funky and you're like, what is that? They'll tell you. But just to pick some out, KYC is know your customer, AML, anti-money laundering. The company name and the coin name can be different. Like XRP, Ripple is the company, XRP is the coin. Coin token, usually people use them interchangeably. Back when crypto first came out, there was criteria that you had to meet to be able to be called a coin, but now it's more interchangeable. A rig and a miner. So this is a miner. This is an ASIC miner, application-specific integrated circuit. This is the power supply. Where's our other miner?
He moved it.
He moved it.
Oh, yeah, it's gone. It's in the back.
Oh, okay. I'll show you that later.
Yeah.
HODL, I already explained that. Cold storage, that's just your hardware wallet. FOMO, fear of missing out. POS and POW, it's proof of stake and proof of work. And what that means is Proof of, how do you explain that?
Proof of stake's like a bank.
Proof of stake, when you stake your coins, it's like you get paid interest on them. Proof of work is when you have to mine to get the coin. Pretty much. So these are just some other things that you can take a look at to get some more information. If you want to take a photo of that or whatever, I can leave that up. Be very careful when you're looking at Reddit. Does anybody ever go on Reddit?
It's okay to slide up.
Yeah, take that with a grain of salt. It's a lot of people with a lot of big opinions.
But remember, BitcoinTalk.org is the original Bitcoin source.
We don't really have time. I'll just quickly go into the types of mining. 3 types. Graphic processing unit. It's the same graphic card that you use in gaming PCs. Central processing unit, that's just your regular desktop computer. And then there's the ASIC miners that are like this. So if you're mining Bitcoin, you're working on the Bitcoin blockchain. If you're mining, I don't know. Ethereum. You're doing it on the Ethereum blockchain.
Litecoin.
Okay, so scams. CRA, Canada Revenue Agency, does not take cryptocurrency at all in any form. So coming up tax season now, there's a lot of people that are calling new immigrants to Canada, elderly people, really young people that are just filing for the first time. They're saying they owe taxes, they have to pay in Bitcoin. They'll even send them to a specific Bitcoin store. Like they'll say, go to FixPal in Winkler and use this machine, and this is what you do. And so they'll tell you exactly what to do, but it's bogus. New job offer. So what they do is they tell you, we'll wire you $5,000. You send $4,000 to this Bitcoin address, and you get to keep that extra $1,000. And then the next day, that wire gets reversed, and you're out your $4,000. If anybody is ever arrested or anybody needs any money in a different country, don't send Bitcoin. Basically, never send any currency to anyone you don't know. It's some on our machines, some of them will say, I'm here on my own free will, no one sent me here. You have to hit OK. That's how many scams are out there.
Wow.
So be very, very careful. Another thing to look out for is an investment opportunity. You invest $5,000 with me, and I can get you $50,000 return in 3 months or something ridiculous. Like, just, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. Another one is if you're on any of those dating sites, they meet someone and, can you send me money for a ticket to come to Canada? My stuff is stuck at the border. Can you send me money so I can bring my stuff with me?
Or I'm in Dubai and they seize my business and I can't get out. You send me $10,000 to.
Yes.
Yep.
Just be super careful. Whatever you wouldn't do with fiat, don't do with cryptocurrency is basically a good rule to follow. So, I actually ended on time.
Good job.
Does anybody have any questions before we end for the night? No?
Remind them about Thursday.
Oh, yes. So Thursday meeting, it's the 3rd Thursday of the month. This coming up one is all about mining. So we're going to look at ASIC mining like this, the graphic processing units. Do you have any of those miners going in the back, Kev?
Yes, they're all going.
Okay, so if you want to take a look at these miners while they're running, you can feel the heat, how much noise it is, all that kind of stuff. Kevin will go into the back room over here and he'll show them to you. I think that's about it, unless anybody has anything else? No? Okay, well, thank you very much for coming, everybody, and hopefully we'll see you again.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Oh, thank you so much. Awesome. Nice.
Souvenirs is on your desk.
Good job. That looks good.